Got to welcome on our special guest as we prepare for our yearly chat with Brad Lauderman from the Ephrata Lions Club. Eric May and Tim Reedy are also here, and we will have a fun conversation about the upcoming sports card show auction. Brad, thanks for coming back on. Look forward to our chat. How are you feeling as we have a little bit of time, about a little over a week here till your big event?
It's a little more than a week, but I'm still nervous. It's always a big event. I'm glad I have a good committee to work with and to help take the load off my shoulders, but it's always nervous at this time.
So you guys will be coming up here next weekend. Why don't you tell us about the dates, the times, and kind of what are some of the premier things that people will be able to do at the Ephrata Lions Club card show and auction?
Okay, thank you. It's next Saturday, March 25th. The doors open at 8:30, and for the first couple hours, we just have the dealer table set up where you can browse and look at the various items on over 40 different dealers are there, about 70 tables. At 1:30, we have the autograph session, and that's where we have former Eagle great Jeremiah Trotter coming to sign autographs from 1 to 3. I understand he's a very personable player, personal person. He'll be signing autographs. Bring your own item, or we can sell you an item to be autographed. And then at 2:30, we have an auction. And this year's auction looks just fantastic. We had a good auction last year, and this one's even better yet. We're just excited about the auction.
All right, so again, there's a lot of times and a lot going on there. People can show up pretty early, get themselves set, and then the Trotter signings. I'm assuming after last year with Trace McSorley there, you guys had so much success, and another local guy and an Eagles player here. I'm sure you're looking forward to a large crowd. Can you tell us how those have been going over the last few years?
Last few years have been very good. After the COVID scare, things have been very busy. Last year was our best year ever, our highest attendance, or most autographs sold. And Trace was so personable. Everyone went away happy. It was just a great event, and we expect more of the same this year.
All right, so if people want to get a look at some of the things that are going to be there at your event, can you tell us exactly how to do that and maybe some of the process that people should kind of get their minds ready for as they show up to the Ephrata Rec Center?
Sure. We have a website, ephrataLions.org. And then on that website, we have a general card show page, which has all the details about the card show itself, when it opens, the cost of admission, $5 for adults, $1 for children. Preschool children are free. It has the times of all the events. The autograph sales are documented there. $25 for a flat item or a mini helmet, and $35 for anything else. Everything has to be purchased in person. There are no advanced sales, so you come, you show up, you pay your admission, then you can buy whatever you want. The autographs of different types. We're going to have photos for sale, mini helmets, and even some Eagles jerseys for sale.
It sounds like you guys are really prepared for this. Of course, you have all year to kind of get ready. Eric, you want to fire away here at your old pal Brad?
Well, I kind of two questions. First, so how many items are we talking about here that are actually going to be up for auction?
About 260. I have a couple items with me. I want to show a couple.
Good. Let's
go. We have a Henry Aaron autographed baseball. That's one of the featured items. We have several baseball cards. A 1939, sorry for the glare there, 1939 Floyd Vaughn baseball card, highly collectible, and several more recent cards. A Hank Aaron card, the infamous Jerry Kuzman, Nolan Ryan card, and the Johnny Bench rookie card as well. So we got some very good cards on the auction. Another one featured items is a baseball signed by the 1956 Cardinals. And I'm not a big Cardinal fan from 1956. I'm not even that old. So I didn't know half these autographs, but Stan the Man Musial's on it. A young Ken Boyer is on it. Alvin Dark. So there's some key names on this ball. We had it authenticated. It's the real deal. It's amazing. And then another item, a matchbook cover of You Who Drink with Mickey Mantle. So we got some unusual things and the usual baseballs and baseball cards, but overall, the auction has a lot of great items. We're very excited about it this year.
That's awesome.
Question two, Eric?
Yeah, and I know, Brad, that you mentioned about a committee, and you're the face of the card show, but why don't you take a second here and just tell us who else is involved in helping you with this?
Okay, I'd be glad to, because I coordinate the overall event, and then Dr. Jack Forney coordinates the auction part of the event, and then I have some other Lions, Barry Rupp, Nevin Rutt, Gary Snavely, Chad Weaver, Jack Forney, and Rick Warner. Those all help out in various aspects to make sure the event comes off without a snag, hopefully. But there's always a couple things that happen, and the committee was able to make things work and comes out well.
Well, kudos to
and then
kudos.
I also want to add all the proceeds we make from the show go back to the community, and in fact, various aspects of the youth in the community. We get to the rec center, some of the sports leagues. We give the Mountaineers Table, which helps provide food for children in need, families in need. We help with the high school counseling that's provided to the community. We provide money for the Student of the Month and the Senior Award from the Lions Club. So everything from the show goes back somehow to the youth of Ephrata.
That's probably my favorite part of all that, right, guys? And we were talking about the weekend of, and it does sound like Tim has all the snow in this part of the region up with him this week, so everything should be good. Tim, do you have a question to fire away?
Yeah, just a couple of things. First, I spent a little bit of time today just going through the auction list, and it was just a walk down memory lane. And a couple of items really got to me, and I just remembered back to my days. The first one is item number one. It's a 1976 Stratomatic baseball game. It just reminded me of, I used to play that, and I played a lot of APA baseball as well.
Yeah.
Took me back quickly.
Yeah, I used to play APA as well, and it's a large variety of items, a lot of autographed jerseys, like I said, autographed baseballs, and things from all sports imaginable, from boxing, to football, basketball. If you're a fan of almost any sport, there's something on the auction that you'd be interested in. Plus, we have a silent auction, which we really haven't published much about yet. We're still gathering things like sports tickets and some framed photos and stuff that we're going to be auctioning off as well on the silent auction, which happens before the main auction.
And there was one other item that really caught my eye. It's got to do with pop culture. It's a Rolling Stones gold record. How did you obtain that? Interesting item.
Someone wanted to get rid of it. There's a couple. there's some movie memorabilia as well this year. Someone wanted to get rid of it, and we coordinated the auction. We said, well, it's not really sports related, but yeah, we'll put it up for auction. We try to avoid that kind of stuff and stick with sports, but especially the Rolling Stone 45, that was unusual.
Yeah, it was. And especially they're going to be out touring, or they're out touring now. They're all still living, and except for the drummer. But it's just a great item. One more item that caught my eye was a Richie Ashburn funeral, the insert that was written by Harry Kellis. And
yes, we have
that's a very unusual item as well.
Wow.
I'm not sure how we got that or who got it, but we saw that and he said, well, that's Philadelphia. That's true Philadelphia. So hopefully with the Philadelphia Eagles fans coming for autographs, they'll stick around and spend some of their money on the auction.
It sounds like Tim is really interested. So Tim, as soon as Jeremiah Trotter is done and leaves the building, I will text you. You can meet me there, and we can go bid on some items.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brad,
we will take cash, check, or credit card. So come on, come on down.
Love it. Brad,
people still take cash. Nice.
They'll take your money. Listen, you want to show up with big bags of it, I'm sure they'll take it. Really excited for you guys, Brad. I hope it's a great weekend over there. Again, it's over at the Ephrata Rec Center, which is just up the street from us. Excited about that, and it is March 25th. Everything kind of starts at 8:30 and goes till 5, Brad, so that's a long day. Is there any delicious food that we can look forward to?
In fact, there is. The rifle team, the high school rifle team booster club is going to have a food stand.
Okay.
So they will have, I haven't seen the menu yet, but they're ready to serve some delicious food.
All right. Look forward
and we
to
thank the rifle team for helping us with that task.
All right. Well, hey, good luck again. Thanks for coming on. And as always, we always enjoy our chat with you in March, and wish nothing but the best for all the events going on over there next weekend.